ask the fans of Palworld. Even, like, I'm gonna be super generous, even though I have ripped into previous comments made towards me for being genuinely shit. Even if none of this is generated through AI, what does this tell you about the developer? What does this tell you about gaming as a whole? What does this tell you about anything regarding creating anything? Alright, I wanna make this absolutely fucking clear. To any idiotic dipshit out there, if you go as far as to put death threats towards people, you should reconsider every fucking life choice you've ever made, you disgusting piece of garbage. Okay, now with that out of the way, I know it might be a bit of whiplash to go into funny, but I really wanted to make sure that we get the disgusting out of the way first, because no one, not even thieves, deserve to have death threats pointed to them. So apparently, this is now peak Pokemon gameplay. Yusuno is a great... Yusuno is great, by the way. You should definitely follow him. Anyway, someone decided to push my buttons. I knew that I would get some people with the short that I created. I absolutely knew it. The only mistake that I will concede is that I should have used quotation marks for "were created." I was trying to be hyperbole, but I forgot modern social media. You can't expect people to be witty and actually understand it. So, the head chief of Pocket Pair actually tried to go and get a job at Nintendo. You mentioned that Nintendo's culture didn't suit you. I always loved Nintendo games, and that hasn't changed. However, on the other hand, I have a deep-rooted desire for my work to be enjoyed by as many people as possible, and to that end, if there are good ideas in the world, I pick them up, and I don't necessarily have to be particular about originality. I'm thinking about it. I want to make it more casually, or rather, I want to make it more casually. I don't know, is this a bad translation? Either way. I think it would be a good idea to create things in a way that just jumps on what is trendy. Now, kind of like what I did with my short, but, I did it in a more supportive way for all the artists out there, which was, by the way, the second premise of my video. The second premise of that short was artists are suffering through theft. The first premise that people hopefully agreed with was the fact that IGN is a fucking garbage pile of gaming journalism, and I'm using journalism in giant quotation marks. Bigger. Perfect. But yeah, Mr. What's-His-Face, I actually don't even remember his name by memory, Takuro Mizobi, actually wanted to go into Nintendo, but he was denied. And these are statements that he made last year. People who use Photoshop or Krista are not called digital artists, right? AI Illustrator is a hot topic because a thing like that doesn't exist. It's all theft illustration. But what's even more frightening is when you call someone Illustrator, it seems like it's normal to refer to an AI illustrator. After AI becomes widespread, a new world will probably be born: analog illustrator, painter, human painter. You can differentiate anything to make it more specialized, and it doesn't have to do with leaving out particular cases like he's trying to imply. What this tweet tells me is that he thinks that AI illustrator is not an actual illustrator, which is why there's a differentiation. No, it's saying that there is theft involved. Get it together, bitch boy. But yeah, heads up to anyone thinking of supporting or playing Palworld who also cares about Gen AI issues. The CEO of that studio is full speed ahead on generative AI, frequently promotes it, and tries to push its use in his studio. Even made a game focused entirely around it using SD, which is Stable Diffusion, by the way. And that's this piece of shit, by the way. Came out November 2022. Also said that this was last year. I'm still somehow mentally in 2023. That's my mistake. It was 2022, which is technically 2 years ago now. But yeah, this piece of shit made a whole AI art game, which the AI art should be in giant quotation marks. Pocket Pair, the result of introducing AI to improve work efficiency. Bull fucking shit. Employees began to completely delegate their work to AI, but the quality was too high, and they were disappointed. You dumbass motherfucker. But hey, it gets worse. These are first drafts as early as December 2021 of fucking garbage, auto-generated piece of shit copycats. While some of them may look original enough, they are still all created through theft. And if you really want to make the case that these pieces of shit can excuse theft, then I really fail to see where your brain cells lie. Oh, but trust me, it gets worse. Just wait a second. Just wait. It gets worse. In this tweet, he's literally asking ChatGPT to create the opening script for Palworld, and he clearly says that AI was in the workflow for the development. So I can assume it's not used only for this. And yeah, it's pretty disappointing. People who want to create something usually want their inspiration to be seen in the things that they create. What creativity do you have when you have to steal everything and let everything be auto-generated? What creativity do you have at that point? I genuinely fucking wonder. I think a comment like this is very important from someone who is also an artist. This is the creator of Palworld. He is dead serious about bootlegging and stealing ideas as long as it's trendy. Man, we real artists and creators are real trash, aren't we? Because anytime we ask for respect, look how everyone turns on us and treats us like garbage. Which also comes back to people defending real artists, saying that Gen AI garbage is fucking shit. And trust me, I have made my fair share of experiences with AI shields. I have. And they're all about as dumb as hay lying around. But continuing on, how about we take a look at a comprehensive list? How many of the 111 Pokemon of Palworld do you think were rip-offs or straight-up carbon copies? Trust me, the number is higher than you might imagine. So first of all, very clear, this is Cinderace 1-to-1. This is literally Cinderace. I don't care how much you want to cope about it not being Cinderace in concept. Fuck you. This is the Cheshire Cat, basically with Galarian Meowth. This is Superior and Primarine fused together. This is a weird fusion of Mega Aggron, but I also somehow see Zekrom in there. I don't know about the wings. The wings are the only thing original about this, by the way, at least from what I can see. This is straight up Giratina's face. Garchomp and Toxtricity have a weird child, you know? Sylvali's model just with wings. Congratulations, A+ on the originality here. A Screaming Sobble that got really, really big. This is just Shaman as a hedgehog. I mean, there's fan art that points to this. Like, there's an actual piece of fan art that I may or may not be able to find from the original poster, but holy mother of fucking shit, what the fuck? This is Wooloo, like, come on. Just fucking come on. This is Luxray, by the way, this is gonna be important in just a minute, trust me. I already made the comparison to Gmax Eevee with a friend. This is literally just Gmax Eevee. The only thing that changed here is the fur, the second layer of fur, the neck, like the shoulder blade level of fur. This is a weird mix between Toucanon and Xatu. This is a cutified Tinkaton. Electabuzz also got really big. Also, yeah, Totoro. Laughing my fucking ass off. Fluffy with Sylveon mix. This one is really fucking atrocious. This is Goodra plus Meganium plus Lilligant. Like, fuck you. Decidueye. I mean, it's not even subtle. How you could try to be a thief and at least be subtle. Oh look, it's Ferret, just blue. Lilligant again. I guess the creator of these designs had a real hard-on for female Pokemon like Lilligant. I wonder what their hard drives look like. This is just Latios. Like, this is possibly what a future Paradox Latios could have looked like. But genuinely, what the fuck, man? It's Esper. That's just Meowstic. Suicune face, Suicune eyes. The wings are new, and it basically has like rapidish hair. This is a mix between Liepard and Lucario. This is just straight up Lucario, just more humanistic. Which makes me question what the fuck the hard drive of those people looks like even more. Xerneas. Fucking Xerneas. Yeah, this is not even... Like, again, where's the subtlety? If you want to be a fucking thief, be subtle about it. This is like what's that Ultra Beast called? Pheromosa with Frostmoth. This is Ampharos with Flygon. Flygon's wings. This is Quagsire with plus Goodra. Like, fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. This is like a weird mix between Darkrai and Absol. I mean, fuck. This is this is basically Alcremie as a dog. Pansage. Esper's eyes stolen and put on Inkay. This is Inkay and Esper fusion. That's very clearly Carbonite. Genuinely, what the fuck, man? You could say that there's perhaps a little bit of Talonflame in there. I wouldn't be putting it above you. Mega Aggron with Pinsir plus Heracross. Like, fuck me sideways, guys. Superior and Meganium. Yeah, I mean, like, damn. This is Salazzle. By the way, I just heard this. This is entry number 69, and it apparently wants to mate with actual human people. Yeah, those people have some real sick shit on their hard drives, let me tell you. Yeah, this is just Chingling. I mean, come on. This is just Chingling turned on its head. This is kind of Vulpix, but I actually see more of Kurama from Naruto in this. This is just a cutified Amalga. This is kind of like a mix of Braviary and maybe Staraptor. Zoroark, Houndoom fusion. Zoroark again. With like bat eyes. Zepstriker, but shit. Dreadnought, if it was a steel type at part, like, wow, congratulations on the originality. Oh, this is yeah, this is the one. This is the one fan design that I was talking about. Miss Magus, but also Mega Delphox Fakemon. Remember from being younger. Yeah, I mean, like, Jesus fuck, man. Drillburst model, literally the same stance, literally the same deer in headlights look. Basically, I don't remember off the top of my head what kind of head this is. But yeah. This is very clearly Thunderous. This is clearly the Genie style. This is Vespiquen, just they tried to make it like Queenified. Congratulations on that one, bitch boys. I mean, come on. This is more Mantine than Mantike, at least from my perspective. You can debate whether or not it was Palafin put in there with Mantine, or if it was Manaphy Fion put in there. Like, if you don't see the correlation here, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh no, what did they do to my boy Empoleon? We already have a fan game called Pokemon Fusion. Infinite Fusion. Sorry, that was my mistake. This is just Pikachu, This is Pikachu Meowfified. And I mean, the last one is kind of a stretch because it just kind of goes off of the, like, general theme and design elements, like the neck things, but this is Muna with a weird connection to Cutiphant, and this is just fucking Pokemon Unite Glaceon. This is Skin Glaceon. I mean, fuck! And wait. Hold on, it gets better. This gets better, by the way. You want to know what I realized when I looked through this specifically? Because it was seemingly removed from the game. There was someone who will not be buying, I can't confirm. It made me wonder, can anyone confirm that? And when I clicked on that, we have to go through the thread again, which is kind of unfortunate. However, Biofrog has made some interesting discoveries, and my fucking god. Fuck. Genuinely, fuck. This pal from Palworld seems to was probably a rip of a Superior and Primarina. This is the Fakemon. This is Fakemon. This is Palworld shit, and this is Superior. I mean, it's like, I don't know enough about Blender to make like any educated points about this, but it's not fucking subtle. Really not fucking subtle how absurdly ripped off everything is. And while we look through more of these, I just want to ask the fans of Palworld. Even, like, I'm gonna be super generous, even though I have ripped into previous comments made towards me for being genuinely shit. Even if none of this is generated through AI, what does this tell you about the developer? What does this tell you about gaming as a whole? What does this tell you about anything regarding creating anything? Oh, by the way, this is where it gets great. Come on. You take sections of the design and you just stretch and you just like remodel the tip. Aside from that, you move the leg a little bit over. Ta-da! A new Pokemon. Oh wait, no, it's a pal. This is just genuinely so fucking sad, and it gets worse. This is fucking stretched out Salazzle. By the way, good going, Bio, for actually ripping into the data and finding all of these. Because this is genuinely just bankruptcy of a piece of shit loser who couldn't get into Nintendo and is now trying to rip off everything Nintendo does in order to potentially benefit off of their actual work. And trust me, Nintendo does a lot of fucking stupid shit, and I hate Nintendo for a couple of things. Mainly for the fucking idiotic way they handled the Xenoblade Freeze Collector's Edition. But this isn't one of them. The designers of the Pokemon, they are innocent. I have made a genuine effort to correct myself whenever I said the people developing the game should be punished for their laziness with Scarlet and Violet. I have made a genuine effort to try and bring this to the forefront more and more. And I've made an effort to say, no, wait, we shouldn't bring in developer into the discussion because developers are genuinely not the one at fault here. And the developers are the one being stolen from, even though this fucking idiotic bitch boy is mad at Nintendo. Because he couldn't break in. Because he was too fucking shit. What does this motherfucking tell you about the state of Pocket Pair as a development studio? Do you want to defend all of this? Do you want to defend someone who's too fucking lazy and too fucking idiotic to break into a company and he's then stealing from the company because, haha, I'm gonna benefit off of the things that I should have created, but you didn't allow me to because you didn't think that me not being original is actually a good thing? Genuinely, fuck you. Like, it gets worse. We have people defending this. Why? I don't know if people criticizing Palworld for being derivative really grasp that that it is a spoof. Your slave ball work on humans, how has it not clicked? I don't know, man. I don't think this is true. Luto is someone who genuinely has a brain. Someone who's genuinely good at understanding what the fuck is going on with games development, especially on an artistic level. That functionality doesn't even work in the game and it's very last minute. And even if I'm to grant this to for Palworld, does that mean their Hollow Knight, AI Art, Gartic Phone, Hearthstone, and Breath of the Wild games were all spoofs too? And then we have someone who has zero fucking idea, who's terminally online on Twitter. Fucking, why are you lying? There are other games that are nothing like Hearthstone and Breath of the Wild. Nintendo doesn't own open world games, and Blizzard didn't invent deck builders. Yeah, Nintendo doesn't own open world games, and Blizzard didn't invent deck builders. But fucking, have you not done any research? Are you genuinely so fucking dumb that you can't do a single second of research and see that this is a one-to-one replication of Breath of the Wild? Even with the fucking art style. The campaign. It just, I don't know, like, was there a fucking castle on the... No, I think they put the castle on the left instead of the right. Congratulations, it's so different. Holy fuck, I'm so happy this exists. I'm so fucking happy this exists. This is just a moblin. Like, is this even a moblin? I don't know I don't know their names by heart, but fuck me. This is a Lionel. This is a Lionel. I don't know how much I need to say. And Nevergrave, look at this. This is gonna be a Hollow Knight ripoff. Like, do people genuinely not have a brain? Or do you just care about consuming shit? Because if you just want to be a fucking pussy-ass consumer, then that's all good and well. It really is. If all you want to do in your world is consume and not care about anyone who shouldn't even be in in any field because they do fucking disgusting illegal shit, then keep going. Get off the internet, but keep going. But like, fucking hell. Fucking genuinely. How much more do you need? How much fucking more do people need? I'm genuinely asking. Yeah, this is totally not Breath of the Wild. This is so not Breath of the Wild, it hurts. Like, what is this? Is that Kakariko? Is that the place where you find Mina, what her name is? That's the castle. These are just blobs? Like, fucking blobs? And this this feels like a Genshin ripoff. I don't know how much people will have to get their brains checked in order to understand that this is an issue. This is a genuine issue. The bankruptcy of innovation and creativity. In my short, I made the hyperbole statement that everything was created by Gen AI. And, well, I'm pretty sure that half of everything was created by Gen AI. So I'm only half wrong, if at all anything. But that's not the issue. The issue is that anything had any plagiarizing in there in the first place. And creativity is still there. Look at Yokai Watch. Yokai Watch, a game or a franchise that I seriously haven't spent much time with, but I have heard decent enough things about it. No one's saying anything. No one's saying anything about a monster collector or a buddy battler. Like, if you want to call this buddy battler, what, by all means, go ahead. No one's ever mentioned this in this discussion. And I'm being hyperbole again. I know I have to explain this. Genuinely, what the fuck do we have to do? I mean, not me, I'm not an artist. But what do artists genuinely have to do for it to click with people? This, by the way, is from their coming game. The Hollow Knight ripoff that genuinely looks so fucking garbage. I am crying because even I could make a better game than this. At least my game would be original. Like, fuck. Pocket Pair is a disgusting, under-complex, low-effort, money-grabbing, disgusting, pussy-ass shitboy club. And in this instance, I am criticizing the developers as well. Not a single developer in the industry should have this little regard to what they're doing than to just look at Pokemon designs, have them be thrown into what is seemingly, I have to say seemingly now, I guess, because for some people this still isn't enough that it's Gen AI, but fuck me sideways, I guess, that they seemingly have no regard for their own craft, for their own work, for what this sets as a precedent for future games. Do you just want recycled garbage? Or do you actually want fucking original things? I know for certain that I do not want an Electabuzz Totoro fusion. And I'm probably gonna die on this hill. Oh, and there was a second comment that I'm just gonna rip apart really quick. The game's good? Bitch boy. The game is only good because of the things that have been stolen from in order for it to work in the first place. The bankruptcy of Maturo, whatever the fuck his name was, is so plainly obvious that I don't know what to say if you still cannot see it. I genuinely don't fucking know. I forgot to like this, by the way. I'm sorry. I am genuinely not sure what artists can do for any of this to finally be taken seriously. I guess it's just a disgusting consumerism that has been a blight on society for generations over generations. And I know exactly what other people might try to reason with in this regard, but the game sold well. Do you really want me to make tasteless comparisons? There are people who genuinely think it's fun to have a blood alcohol concentration of 0.3, at which point you are likely to have respiratory failure. How about I make a tasteless comparison about all the STDs that exist in the world and how many millions of people have those? Huh? How about I make that tasteless comparison? Because a lot of people have it, so it must be good, right? Fucking hell, guys. It's genuinely upsetting to have a more and more devolving discussion, a more and more brain-rotten level of non-facts, non-arguments, and non-discussion, but still have text somewhere on screen regarding, but I like it, so therefore you can't tell me it's bad. Yes, I can tell you it's bad. I can tell you it fucking sucks. And if you don't want to accept that, then so be it. That's your problem. That's something that you have to deal with. It's a you problem at that point. Fucking disgusting bullshit of a loser who couldn't break into Nintendo and is now ruining, well, he's actually kind of ruining the reputation of game development. And now I'm gonna close this out with a statement made by Josh Japson, which I think summarizes what I think about this in the most complete way possible. Honestly, this game sets a really bad precedent for the industry. I wanted to play it for the joke, but the more I learn about it, the more red flags I've seen. I'd rather support games that have originality and talented artists who have made something amazing over AI trash. Even if AI isn't involved in this, which it absolutely is, in any capacity, the lack of originality is staggering. The blatant copying is the trend for this developer too. It all just rubs me the wrong way. I was kinda into it, but my mind has changed on it since I first saw it a couple of weeks ago. And I think that is the overall best thing to summarize all of this with. 3 million copies in only 40 hours. And by the way, I don't know where I can find this, but the developer also bloated the post saying that the Palworld is the highest ever recorded player base on Steam, which it's not. It got a community note, and I think that's hilarious. They are really trying to have their back operation to suck their own dick really be as worth it as humanly possible. And this is where I take my leave on this. Now, if you still think that any of this is acceptable and that Palworld is actually the best game to ever exist, I'm sorry you have low standards. But this is not not nearly anything that is worth having been produced. This is not worth having been published. And this is not worth having been sold. Someone has to say it. And we already have a lot of people saying how much of this is stolen. Should I remind you again? Fuck me sideways. This is a terrible day for gaming at large. I mean, more like a terrible week for gaming at large, because people are genuinely hyping this game into oblivion with there being no turning point. There's no turning back from this, by the way. If you stop, you basically admit that you're wrong. You have to keep hyping. You have to keep pushing. And no, just in case anyone wants to claim that I'm a Nintendo fanboy and that I'm a Pokemon shill, fuck yourselves. Genuinely. If this would have all been original, if all of this would have actually went and they would have made original designs and basically made a Pokemon-like game just as a shooter, I would have been floored. I would have been so hyped to have competition for Pokemon. I genuinely would have. But this is not the reality we live in. This is not what is happening here. This is a sorry piece of shit. A sad excuse for a video game. Something that costs actual money. And millions upon millions upon millions are falling for it. I'm not gonna take this. If you wanna take this, by all means, it's your problem. But I'm gonna try and make a stand against this game, against theft, against the fucking fact that artists could have actually designed all of these original and actually not ripoff. All of this could have been avoided if you just hadn't been a lazy cunt. And I think that is a beautiful final message to send you home with. Thanks for watching.